The next fighter we're going to rate on Boxing Bros is none other than Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. Okay, and I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to start this rating session off with Ned. What do you rate Triple G's power?
I'll give it a 93, yo. Like, even though his last fights, he ain't knock out his fighters, but Triple G ain't no slouch, yo. You get in the ring with him, yo, he's gonna do you dirty, yo. He can do you dirty. Even though, you know, what is it? Let me get his resume up real quick. He didn't knock out. He kind of lost. He kind of lost the Reverend. And then you know, the two fights with he was landing some power shots on Canelo, but Canelo got that chin of steel. So I give him like 93 for power.
All right, and I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna give Triple G a 94. Triple G got popped, and I think that's the thing that saves Triple G in a lot of his fights. Triple G, his power, eventually he beats people down. And the main reason why I'm giving Triple G a 94 is because his power was validated by this one fight when he hit Curtis Stevens. And Curtis Stevens looked like, yo, he was talking so greasy before the fight. And Stevens, he's been in a few good fights. But when Triple G hit him and he went down, it was just like, you could tell it was different. He was like, yo, that's something different right there. And so Triple G, man, when you make a coward of men, you gotta have some pop. So I gave Triple G a 94. All right, we're gonna roll with Trill on this one. What you got, Trill?
I agree with everything you said, my brother, but I gave him 1 point higher. Triple G, for a lot of things, he definitely got some pop. He had the longest consecutive knockout ratio in the middleweight division, right? He was just knocking out people left and right.
83% at the moment.
Yeah. No matter who it was, whoever you put in front of him, he was knocking them out. From Dave Lemieux on down. You know what I'm saying? You got to give him respect for that. I'm not going to hold him on his losses on this one because he definitely got some power. But he got 95 for me.
All right. Trill with a 90 fever. That leaves G.
You know, it's funny. I knew Trill was gonna give him a 95 because Trill only does the 90s or the 95s or the 100s. You know, he doesn't do the in between. So, yeah. But for power, I gave Triple G actually a 93. So similar to what Kaden and Ned saying. He does have pop, and I remember he dropped Daniel Jacobs in the 4th round, and I was like, oh man, this guy, you know, his punching power is for real. You know, and similar to what Ned's saying, salute to you, Ned. This is the first time I'm like, you're making like sound arguments right now. But even when he fought with Canelo, yeah, first time. But when Triple G fought Canelo, like I don't hold him against him for not taking not taking Canelo out because Canelo, you know, he got the 6-pack and the chin. So, but it just shows like Triple G got power. So yeah, I respect it. So 93.
All right, so that brought his total to a 94, I believe. Let me double check. 94 for power. All right, so speed. Ned, what do you rate Triple G speed?
I rated his speed of 95. And you know, when we train at the gym, hold on. Let me explain. We train at the gym.
That's crazy.
When we train at the gym, they got this move they call the Triple G. It's the jab, the triple jab. You know, so I was like, before I heard of Triple G, I learned this. It was like the triple jab, bat.
Yo, I had to mute you, man. All right, listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, that is not in every gym across America. That's what we call the triple jab.
Oh my God.
We call the triple jab the Triple G. Every gym in America doesn't call a triple jab a Triple G. 1. And 2, can you please just tell us why? And we only call it the Triple G because he landed that slow triple jab on David Lemieux. But please tell me why you think He has a 95 for speed. Okay. Go ahead, Ned.
This guy crazy.
Yo, that's why I gave him 95 because it's a triple jab I learned from you guys that you gave.
Oh my!
You honored it in
Flag
triple.
on the
I don't
play.
even think you should be rating
But
this.
listen.
Oh.
When I've watched his fights, I always try to look for the triple jab. I haven't seen it yet, but I gave him a 95 for speed. You guys can boycott it all you want. You guys are the reason for this and why I graded it in 95.
They got the triple G.
No, he said 'cause, yo,
Triple G. I'm like, yo, why is it called a triple G?
man.
'Cause this Triple G, yo, he lands it so fast. Like,
Oh, I feel like I'm having a conversation with my son. Oh, this is crazy. Oh man,
oh man.
this is crazy.
Yo, man, so that score is not going to count.
Thank you.
Oh,
But
goodness.
I will say you were close, Ned, because I gave him an 85.
Oh,
You
wow.
were only 10 points off. Triple G to me is more timing, more of an IQ guy. He's not elite boxing speed, but Triple G, he's not slow. He's not one of those guys. He's not Alfredo Angulo in there, but you know he's
dog.
he's
No,
not
no.
Alfredo, you know, but
but
he's not the fastest guy in the world. Triple G, he has really good timing. He has decent speed, but he doesn't have elite speed. He's not one of those guys where you watch Triple G and be like, you see that hand speed right there? You see that? You know, he's not the guy. So Ned, man, I mean 95, good God Almighty, man. But Trill, what do you rate Triple G speed?
Because of what we do in the gym. Yo, this guy.
no, I got the same exact score as you got. I got an 85 for exactly everything that you just said. You know what I'm saying? He's not the fastest guy out there, but he can get there. I gave him an 85.
Oh, I'm counting Ned. Let me get that out of Ned. Ned ain't counting.
Stupid.
85. All right, G.
You know what was
Triple G.
crazy? I was like, let me go last because I'm gonna be the toughest on this dude. And y'all cease to amaze me, man. I actually gave him an 88 for speed, but I'm literally out. My understanding was similar to what you guys were saying, minus Ned. You know,
What?
so
Yo,
yeah,
y'all
I gave him
talking
an 88.
about
He's
that.
he's not that like fast, but his timing is good.
Yo,
I'm
bro, I've
shocked.
never looked at Triple G and was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, whoa, yeah.
like, yo.
It was like,
G.
yo,
Yeah,
yo, see 100. You see how we were throwing them punches in the gym? Like, what that gotta do?
Yo, Ned be watching
Y'all called it a triple G after him, man. I ain't no
Triple G's
G.
fights in double
I was
speed.
like, oh,
That's why he
yeah.
think he's so fast.
Oh, this is crazy, man.
He like, you
Oh.
see them jabs? You see those jabs? Nah, man, get out of here. All right, so stamina for Triple G. Ned, what do you give him?
I gave him a 90 for stamina. You know, his last fight against the Reverend Chenko.
The Revianchenko.
Yeah, he didn't look too good. You know, most people claim, yo, he lost that fight. And, you know, he didn't really, like, show good stamina against Canelo in the rematch. And, yeah, that's why I gave him a 90. It's just he didn't look too good. He hasn't looked too good in his last couple of fights.
All right, so again, I'm questioning myself because I agree with Ned. For stamina, I gave Triple G a 90. And it's mainly his last few performances. I've seen slippage in Triple G. It could be a number of things you could attribute it to. You can say, particularly in his last fight, he's with Jonathan Banks and he left Abel Sanchez and maybe he's doing something different. But to me, he didn't look like he had enough to compete with the Revianchenko. And you would think the Triple G of old would have gotten him out of there or at least beaten him in a easier fashion. And I think that's the reason why they threw the Revianchenko in the ring with Triple G, because they felt like he was going to beat him. But in actuality, I actually had the Revianchenko winning the fight, and he did look more exhausted than normal. He's still top end stamina for sure, but definitely not, above 90 for me. So Trill, what did you give him?
I must have a fever because I agree with Ned too. I gave him a 90. You know what I'm saying? I give him 90 for everything you said, bro. His stamina has been, I don't know is it the new trainer? I don't know if his age or something, but I have started seeing a little bit of decline, I must say, in Triple G. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if age is playing a factor. I don't know what it is, but I gave him a 90 also. Pardon me?
All right.
No, I said he is old.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth, G. All right, G, what you give Triple G?
Yo, this is another situation where I thought I was going to be the toughest, or at least in a similar ballpark. But I actually have him at a 95. You know, I don't want to like. All right, so the Reverend fight, I'm not going to use it against Triple G because I honestly believe Triple G thought he was going to wash him. And so, you know, because he thought he was going to wash him, I think he didn't really train as he would, say, a Canelo or somebody else like a Daniel Jacobs or somebody. So I kind of felt like that doesn't count. And looking at his other fights, he doesn't really fade in later rounds. But the only thing that I do see that he has a tendency of doing, which I think is a fatigue issue, is he does lower his guard later in, like, starting from like round 10 to 11 to 12. He did it in both Canelo fights, you know. And so that's why I gave him a 95. Like, his stamina isn't really a factor, you know. I never see him really like slow down. So
what about those times when he's fighting guys and they start touching him up a little bit and he goes, "Oh, I let him do it. I let him do it just so, you know, the fight can be more entertaining or so that I can let him open up." You don't think that's, you know, a
no,
result of his
no,
stamina?
because his style is weird because he literally, it sounds crazy, but he tries to literally embody the Mexican style where he's open to exchanging, you know. And so, like, I don't know, if you land a good liver shot on Triple G, the average man is gonna feel that punch, you know. And so even when he takes like good body shots, he still keeps going. He still keeps throwing punches. It's rare I see him on his bike, you know. Like, so I don't really see him with a stamina issue. I don't think the Reverend fight counts because I honestly believe he thought this dude is food. Like, come on, the Rev was what, 13-0. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing. I'm sorry, G. That's the only thing that hurts me to the stomach is when you keep saying that. I'm with you with everything, but that one when you keep saying that it doesn't count, that one with the Reverend.
No, you can count it. I'm not against y'all.
You know
Y'all
why I
counting,
say
that's
it
cool.
count? Because when you're at the top and you're at that level, you should know that you need to come prepared every single night because everybody is gunning for you. You are Triple G. And the Reverend Chanko, you can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man, you know, it's funny to me because certain things don't count for some people and then it counts for other people. Anthony Joshua, you could say he took Andy Ruiz lightly. So lightly, he was letting him hold his belts, you know, in the press conference. But when he loses, you would never see me sit here saying that doesn't count. That counts. And Derevianchenko was a 13-1 at the time that they fought. So you're talking about a guy who is in his 15th fight performing like that. I don't want to hear it, man. I can take nothing away from the guy.
No, I'm not taking anything away from the Rev. Salute to him. What I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure Triple G's team thought he was going to be a cherry, and it just blew up in his face. That's how I'm interpreting it. You know what I mean? He has a new trainer. They were like, "Hey, you know what? Take this fight. We need to adjust. We need to work well with each other, this and third." And, you know, it was pretty much just a test to see how him and his trainer could work together. It just blew up in his face. So that's why I'm like, that fight to me, I'm like, I don't want to use that.
Reverend a mandatory or something? He was a mandatory.
Yeah, but it was
I'm not
still
sure off the top of my head, but what I could say is this. It doesn't matter if he took Derevianchenko lightly. That's his fault. You don't take anybody lightly. And when you take somebody lightly, that's typically when you get beat. So
I'll give y'all that. It's cool if y'all want to flag me. I don't give a damn anyway. So,
well, I don't think anybody wants to flag you. It's just the point that you said you don't hold it against them. Well, at this point, we got power for Triple G, 94, speed for Triple G, 86, and stamina for Triple G, 91. So, Ned, what do you rate Triple G's chin?
I give Triple G's chin a 95, you know? Yeah, he doesn't. He takes. Even though he gets like he took some shots from the Rev, he took some shots from Canelo, and he wasn't phased. So I give his chin a 95. It's not. You'll never catch him like slipping, falling, or dazed or running from after he catches a rock, gets rocked. So yeah.
Okay, so it's on your boy, and I gave Triple G's chin 100. You know, I've seen Triple G buzzed. I seen him have moments where he was hurt, but Triple G recovered. He did what he had to do. He fought back. I never saw Triple G where I felt like he was about to get stopped. Although I was shocked that the Revianchenko buzzed him as much as I felt like he did. But Triple G's chin is solid. And until I see someone spark him out or someone drop him or wobble him to the point where, you know, his central nervous system seems to be, you know, out of whack, I got to give the man 100. All right, Trill?
I agree with you. I gave the man 100. I ain't never seen him hurt, never seen him rock, never seen him Millie rock. So
Maybe he really rocked at a club before. Triple G looked like he get down. All right, G.
I also gave him 100. You know, I think Triple G is a glutton for punishment. You know, I seen him take a right hook, a mean one from Jacobs, and he didn't flinch at all. And I remember the first Canelo fight. Canelo landed probably like 3 right-hand uppercuts. These are like them Street Fighter uppercuts in a video game. And again, Triple G never flinched. He ate them things like Scooby snacks. So 100 for chin for Triple G.
Okay. All right, and so now we're going to move into the footwork. Ned, what do you give Triple G for footwork?
I gave him 190 for footwork. You know,
okay.
He's not. You know, he does. He's not. He gives you what he when you see Triple G fight. It's like it's solid footwork. It's elite footwork, and yeah, that's what I gave it.
All right, so for footwork, I gave Triple G a 88. So for me, the same thing we say about Canelo. I've seen Triple G get outboxed, and even Danny Jacobs outboxed Triple G at points. Triple G dropped Danny Jacobs, but Danny Jacobs got up. He used the movement. He was able to move around Triple G. Triple G, his footwork is solid. He can cut the ring off. He can get to you. And he's always in position to get leverage and throw power into his shot. So for that reason, I give him an 88. But his footwork definitely has flaws and deficiencies, and some people can definitely get to or it's definitely a way to beat Triple G if you can utilize it, your advantage in footwork. So I gave him 88. True?
And I gave him an 85 for everything you just said. You know what I'm saying? I was never a fan of his feet work. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking that was one of the things that he could have proved. I think he needed better footwork so he could have been able to cut off the ring better against a Canelo or somebody like that. He always, it's like like Floyd used to always say, he's straight up and down, no special effects. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that.
Down. No special effects.
Yeah. I always felt like he moved like these crab legs. You know what I'm saying? Slow.
Oh, man.
Slow.
And what's funny is even in the first fight, I felt like Canelo showed he had better footwork than Triple G. And then Triple G made it a machismo thing and called out like him running and utilizing movement. And then Canelo said, okay, this next fight, I'm just going to come right at you. And then that's when Triple G started moving and utilizing movement. So it was interesting. But I do think Canelo has better footwork than Triple G.
Yeah, so definitely I give Triple G an 85.
All right.
No disrespect.
We're going from Triple G to single G. G.
Oh, this is crazy.
Triple G footwork.
And I'm shocked right now. Maybe I should have went first. I actually gave him a 92 for footwork. And the reason why is because he's good at cutting off the ring, you know, and to piggyback off of what Kaden was saying, I feel like, yeah, you may outscore Triple G, but you're not gonna outdance him in the ring. You know, it's like his footwork isn't spectacular, but he does enough where it's like you're not gonna pull a Lomachenko on Triple G. You know, and so I felt like his footwork is still good. You know, and again, he's far from a Usyk or a Lomachenko, but he still has solid lateral movement. He's good at cutting off the ring. Yeah, so 92.
All right, so
Oh, and perfect example, like, sorry to cut you off.
no,
but
go ahead.
when you look at the Canelo Triple G first fight, right? When Canelo would try to like move away from him, he cut off the ring like well, to the point where he even had Canelo trapped on the ropes a couple of times. That to me was impressive, you know. So like, I get it. He's not spectacular. Like nothing about Triple G is like, oh my goodness. But the way he utilizes his footwork, I got to give him credit.
No, I respect it. His average for footwork is 89. So I just want to let the people know, before we did this rating, G was like, man, y'all got to let me go last because y'all going to be throwing a white flag all over my ratings. Well, here we are, beyond the halfway point.
Yeah, this is
And
crazy.
I have Triple G rated at 91 overall so far. Ned has him at 92. Trill has him at 91. And G has him at 94. So, G, it looks like you should have gone first.
Yeah, hey, I might change your mind after this one, though. You know?
All right, so the next thing we're going to discuss is heart for Triple G. And so, Ned, how do you rate Triple G's heart?
I gave his heart a 95, yo. I don't know much about Triple G to be like. I never heard him to be a ducker. I never heard him.
I see the flag already.
I'm waving.
Yeah,
flags,
when Floyd was in the game, you know, he was calling out Floyd. You know, he fought Canelo twice, even though the first one, you know, it was
That heart to call out Floyd when you 160 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. When you're a middleweight calling out a welterweight,
7, that's hard. That's hard, man.
Everybody talks smoke. Yo, we got retirees.
What would you say if
out.
it was calling out Arthur Beterbiev? What would you be saying?
I'd be like, "Beat, don't play yourself."
You know what I'm saying? I say, man, just have the same energy, though. That's all I'm saying to people.
Have the same energy, you know.
You can't be like giving Triple G credit for that, and then in the same instance, you wouldn't give someone credit for it. But all right, man, I hear you giving him credit for calling out Floyd Mayweather. All right.
I ain't saying he will win, but I'm just saying his mind and his heart said, let's talk shit, talk trash. Sorry, excuse that. Let's talk trash. And he spoke it. He spoke it into existence. So I give him a heart for that.
We can revisit that if people want to.
I already put my flag up. So.
Listen, I, for one,
I'm rating next, just so you know. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. No, you can say. I thought you were about to go into your rating, though.
Oh, no.
All right, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I want to throw the flag on his explanation.
His explanation was terrible. To me, the heart, you give a heart to a guy like Kell Brook, who jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G and outboxed Triple G for most of that fight until Triple G was able to put paws on him and then, you know, fracture his orbital bone and things of that nature. But let me tell you something real quick. That's heart. The guy who moved up and dared to be great. So, you know, it's funny. Triple G, he liked to call out them 147-pounders, huh? But so it's on me next. I gave him a 90. And perhaps in thinking about it as I speak in this moment, maybe I was too generous. Because you got a guy like Kell Brook who dared to be great and move up and fight him. But to me, heart would have been Triple G fighting Andre Ward when he was at 168. Andre Ward was right there at 168. We had 2 pound-for-pound guys. 8 pounds separating the both of them. And Triple G struggling to make 160. Let's be honest. Especially at 38. And he been in that same weight class all these years. Never moved up in weight. Never fought anyone at 168. To me, Hart would be Triple G moving up to 168 fighting Caleb Plant. Hart would be fighting David Benavidez. Hell, Hart would be fighting Anthony Durrell. He's staying there fighting these guys. Canelo done already moved up, fought guys, got a belt at light heavyweight. Triple G I'll see you if you come back down to 160. I'll see you when you come back down to 160. So that's why I docked him to 10 points. For me, I don't question the fact that Triple G is a warrior in the ring and everything, but I would have liked to see him take more risk. You know, he got it easy. They gave him the #1 pound for pound rate, and they gave him all the accolades. He never had to step out of his comfort zone to get it. And that's my thing with Triple G. That's why I gave him a 90. It's on Trill.
You stole my rant, my brother. I was gonna go on there. You can't be great. You know what I'm saying? For all the talk, except for the heavyweights. If you want to consider yourself great, you got to go up. You got to challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself. This guy's been so comfortable at 160, and if you really break down his resume, it'll be really crazy. You know what I'm saying? But for Triple G not to try to go up to 168 or try to test himself, it shows. To me, it shows a lack of something, confidence, something, I don't know. But all the greats go up in weight. It's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be great, you go up in weight. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo has failed to do that. I haven't seen
Not
him.
Triple G.
Pardon me? I mean, yeah, Triple G.
Slip of the tongue, Triple G.
Yeah. Oh, definitely wouldn't say that about Canelo.
That's why I didn't want to let it rock. I normally want to let it rock. I didn't want to let that rock.
But yeah, Triple G, that's what takes away from his heart for me. You know what I'm saying? Even Bernard went up. I'm thinking about Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm thinking about all the greats, even the ones
Cal
that
Brook went up. Forget it. Cal Brook went up. You
Mikey Garcia.
Cal Brook went up.
Yo, this is crazy. So he went up 2 weight classes to fight him.
Amir Khan went up.
And this is crazy. So
I mean, come on, man.
Right? It's I don't know.
Just to touch on something you said though, like you don't have to say about heavyweight, because I'll give you 2 examples right now. Although the man can't fight worth a damn in my eyes, Deontay Wilder weighed 230 pounds when he fought Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury weighed 173. So you're talking about a man giving up 40 pounds in the ring and 2 inches in height in that fight. And then Anthony Joshua, when he fought Andy Ruiz weighed 283 in that range, and Joshua weighed around 230. So you got a guy giving up 50 pounds in weight. And this isn't like stuff. You got a guy giving up 50 pounds, and the guy who weighs 50 pounds heavier has the faster hands. You understand? So this isn't a joke. So yeah, these heavyweight, but heavyweight is dangerous.
Yeah. That's why I said I didn't count heavyweight.
Yeah. So I say all that to say even more on Triple G. You can't even move up 8 pounds, bro. You can't move up 8 pounds. For real. You dare to be great. You got Pacquiao 8 weight divisions, champion in 8 weight divisions. You can't go 1. Even AB moved up in weight.
Canelo, 4.
Come on, man. Mikey Garcia moving up in weight, challenging folks. Like, so for me, I mean, I docked them 10 points on the heart for that. If y'all say that's too much, y'all say that's foul, whatever. But to me, man, the greats, they moved up. Andre Ward, they challenged themselves. Andre Ward left 168 and took on the Crusher when the Crusher was Crusher. When nobody wanted to fight this killer. Andre Ward got popped, hit the deck, got up. Remember, Verge? Sugar Ray Leonard got up. Everyone got up. Had his moment. A Triple G, man, Triple G, a bully on the block. So I can't really call that hard. Yeah. All right, G, what you got?
All right. You know, it's funny. I'm thinking about maybe I should lower my score. So y'all gotta walk with me. I'm gonna have to read my notes because I went thorough with Triple G. I got a lot of issues with Triple G, but y'all brought up some excellent points I didn't even factor in. So I'm gonna start off by saying this. I honestly believe Triple G is babysitting Canelo's IBF and IBO belts. remember, Triple G is 38 years old, right? So then now, in 2018, Triple G, like when it was right before his fight with Mauritian or whatever. I don't know how to say the dude's name.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, a no-namer, right?
Nah, he's a solid gatekeeper.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
solid gatekeeper.
So he was like right before that fight, he said he would fight Charlo in a year, right? This was in 2018. Now we're in mid-2020, right? Let's say give or take a couple of months because of COVID-19, whatever. Well, this is 4 fights later, and he's still begging for a Canelo fight again instead of trying to unify with Jamal, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to deduct 5 points off rip for that. But this is where I really start deducting points. During his press run, right, for the Steve Rolls fight, he was asked about fighting Boo Boo, right? And he's like, and mind you, Demetrius Andre is a WBA champ, right? Triple G said out his own lips in this interview, he goes, oh, I prefer wiser and good fights. I'm like, what? But Steve Rolls is a good fight. And then immediately after the Steve Rolls fight, who does he fight? The Reverend. You know what I'm saying? So then now I'm like, how are these good fights when Demetrius is 29-0? I don't see how that's not a good fight. And on top of that, they're both signed to the zone. So to me, I'm like, you know what? This dude's a certified ducker. And finally, right, recently, Triple G was like, if he doesn't get the Canelo fight next, he's going to fight his mandatory Camille Zumamida. I don't even know how to pronounce the dude's last name, right? So salute to him. He is mandatory. I give you credit. However, whatever happened to unifications trumping mandatories, right? So to me, it's like he's doing everything in his power to babysit those belts. You don't want to fight Charlo. You don't want to fight Andre. So to me, it's like, hell, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, bro, you're ducking, you know? And so because of all of that, I deducted 85. I mean, I scored him 85. But to be honest,
I was about to say what?
Nah. But to be honest with you,
for real,
I feel like changing my score and giving him an 80 because you guys are right. He's struggling to make weight, but he's still struggling to babysit Canelo's belts that he vacated. So to me, it's like, why are you holding 2 belts hostage? Fight the champs or move up in class. That's it.
Oh, Trill, did you even give a score for Hart?
Trill didn't. That's what I was waiting for.
Classic Trill fashion. Say a bunch of stuff and don't answer the question. Trill, unmute yourself and give us the score.
I said I agree with you, brother. I gave him a 90.
Oh, all right. That's not giving a score. You didn't say, I watched the tape. You didn't say that. You said you agree with my points, but you never gave a score.
Yeah, I gave him a 90.
Trill's funny, man. All right.
I should have gave him an 80.
Yo, I feel you now that we're talking. We're like, we're bringing up everything. You brought up some points that I was thinking.
Yeah, so his Hart averaged out at 90. So,
that's too high.
I don't necessarily think so. But all right, Ned.
That's a Ned.
I give Triple G a 90 for his IQ. You know? He hired new trainers, try to implement new styles, and they really didn't you didn't really see it like benefit him switching his styles in the last couple of fights. So that's why I give him a 90.
All right. So it's on your boy for boxing IQ. Y'all might want to get your flags out. But I gave Triple G 100. Like, I can't lie. When I watch him, he's very intelligent in the ring. He does so many things that's smart. Like, I've seen him make adjustments. Like Canelo, who I think is a very intelligent fighter. I've seen Triple G set him up. I've seen Triple G do things in the ring where it's like, oh, man, that shows me his boxing IQ is very high, from counter punches, putting someone in position to get hit. He does things that shows me he operates 3 steps ahead of certain fighters. And so I think his IQ is very high. Like I said, I get your argument. Like when you say like if Floyd's 100, how do you give other guys 100? But for me, what I've seen in the ring from Triple G, his knowledge is very high in the ring. He's a very intelligent fighter. And I think that's the reason why he wins a lot of his fights as well. So for me, that's why I give him 100. And that brings us to Trill.
We're way off. I gave him an 85. We're way off, my brother. I gave him an 85. I get what you're saying, and I get what he did against lesser opponents. You know what I'm saying? To me, that didn't take too much of an IQ. It was like I said, like everybody else said, he's not doing nothing spectacular. He's not switching up nothing in there. He's the same old guy doing the same old things, straight up and down, no special effects. He's just ducked the great competition. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think he's done. And another thing that goes against his IQ is the things that he did outside the ring, not being smart enough to take these challenges and move up in weight. I take that against IQ also. You know what I'm saying? Am I a little bit harsh on the IQ? Maybe, but sometimes I see him walking into shots sometimes against lesser opponents. And then the Devonchenko fight, he definitely played that wrong. And I'm not going to say he wasn't prepared because it was Derevenchenko. We don't know how good Derevenchenko is. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen him in another fight since. So that's how I'm going off. I give him an 85. Y'all can flag me if I'm being too harsh. But I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed. As far
All right, G.
Yeah, for Triple G, for IQ, I gave him a 90. He's good at cutting off the ring, but this is where I have like a couple of issues with him. He has a tendency to overcommit to the head, and at times he neglects the body shots. And to me, it's like, if you just utilize the body more, you could get these guys out a lot faster, you know? But similar, and also another issue that I have with him, and this, to me, y'all may be like, that doesn't count, but I think it does count because after the Canelo 1 fight, the first fight with Canelo, right? He went on a whole campaign talking about Canelo's a runner. Canelo doesn't do Mexican style. He said he does Mexican style. He even said, I have Mexican blood. This dude was delusional, right? But he said all of this.
That was Abel.
Yo, he said all of that, right? And then coming into the next fight, what did he do? He fought off his back foot the majority of the fight, to the point where Abel said, and I quoted this, right, watching the fight recently again. I forgot which round it was, but he's yelling at Triple G, and he said, quote, "You're the champion. Why is he walking you down?" And I'm like, yo, this is the same guy that literally trashed Canelo's name, saying he's not Mexican, he's running, all this and the third, and yet you did the very same thing in the rematch. Now, if I'm a judge, right, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Triple G's making an argument. You know, Canelo's not aggressive enough. I'm looking to see if Canelo is gonna do those same mistakes, and instead you do the mistakes that you accuse Canelo of doing. Yo, come on! And he was shocked that he lost. I was like, bro, you, even if it was like a close fight, judges will have to give it to Canelo because you set the parameters for the fight. I want to fight in the middle of the ring and let's bang. Canelo said, all right, cool. And you said, oh, snap, these punches is hurting or something. And you say, nah, I'd rather just back up, and fight off the back foot. So then now, even if the rounds were close, you have to give it to Canelo because you set the parameters. So because of that poor judgment, I gave him a 90 for boxing IQ.
So basically you're saying Abel Sanchez said, you're the champion, why is he walking you down?
Yeah.
And then
I was
at
like,
the end of that second fight, he left Abel Sanchez and went with Jonathan Banks. And then Cecilia Brækhus left Jonathan Banks and went with Abel Sanchez. What was going on there? But it sounds like what you're saying to me is Canelo killed Abel. I mean, Kane killed Abel.
Can't kill Abel. That was
But
dope.
Canelo killed Abel. All right, so we'll go to the overalls now. For power, overalls 94, speed, overall 86, stamina, overall 91, chin, overall 99, footwork, overall 89, heart, overall 90, boxing IQ, overall 92, for Triple G, overall of 92. And individual overalls, Caden, myself, I gave him 92 overall. Ned gave him a 92 overall. G, single G, gave Triple G a 92 overall. And Trill Dollar Bill gave Triple G the most harsh score of the rating with a 90, for an average of 92 for Triple G. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's the Boxing Bros. Tell us what you think about the ratings, though.
Triple G.
He all threw them all sloppy.
Don't do that.
I ain't trying to hit my camera, you know.
I didn't want.
We in the feeling like we gonna fight ya.